Koyel Duttagupta, truly a gem, a beautiful human being with a golden heart. She's a business communication coach. It's not about English, how well I speak, but how heartfully I can speak, how mindfully I can listen and talk, and much beyond. See, I'm not an expert in the subject, so I'm going to learn from her in next 10, 15, 20 minutes. Welcome, Koyel.
Thank you, Saniji.
I'm very, very happy that you are part of the show. Please tell us about your great book on communication.
Okay, so thank you so much, first of all, for inviting me for this chat show that we are having currently. And the connection which I built with you in maybe a couple of days back, which was very quick, very instant. And I'm really grateful for giving me this opportunity. Yeah, so I have written this ebook called Mindful Communication Within You for a Better You. It's a short read of 18 pages. It's available on Kindle currently. And this initiative I took quite impulsively, not decided what I wanted to do exactly when I quit from my earlier workspace, that is a leading bank, a global bank where I was working. And yeah, you know how the situation changed in 2020, COVID time, things were going upheaval, everything was going here and there. So that was the time when I decided I want to do something of my own rather than just waiting for promotions to come in and appraisals to happen. So that's how I quit my job and got into this venture of being a personal brand. Didn't know anything much about it. Just out of an impulse, I wrote something which was there in my mind for a long time. But yes, the book did pretty well. It had got a rating of 4 out of 5 on Amazon, and it is still there doing pretty well. So yeah, that's how it happened.
Please tell us about mindfulness in communication.
Mindfulness is highly critical. There are many aspects of mindfulness if we can put it together, but just put it in a nutshell. Communication, according to me, is a behavioral science come arts. So, and this skill set is very closely related to our mind as well as human brain. It's not only about humans, even animals, plants, the entire creature, all the creatures around the globe are communicating in some way or the other. And now with total digitalization coming into picture, we are actually prone towards social media. We are prone towards something which is already there available. We are not looking inside ourselves to see what is there, how we can grow ourselves, how we can be a better version of ourselves. And that's where mindfulness comes into picture. It helps us to understand what we are, how we can enhance ourselves, including our communication skills. And also there are certain techniques also wherein you can become more mindful listener, which is an essential aspect of communication. And also, as soon as you listen well, you can speak well, you can write well, and also you can read well. So it's a very key concept, although we don't have much written about it, but yes, it's my version of taking the concept like that.
Beautiful. Please tell us more about mindful listening.
Mindful listening, yeah, it is also quite critical because if according to me, listening is the first step towards the communication process. Unless you listen wholeheartedly, what you are delivering, not even to the audience, to yourself also is half-baked. So in that case, when you're listening, you have to be an active listener. There is no space for passive listening at this current context, because since we are losing to a certain extent of face-to-face conversation, what we can rely more is listening to our audience or listening to our family members, loved ones, friends, everybody. It's not only about our work, it's also about our day-to-day activities. So mindfulness listening will be being attentive to what you're listening, paying full attention, with full focus to what you're listening. And what I would rather add here is to jot down the key points when you are listening so that you know exactly what you have to respond on.
Beautiful. You also spoke about communication with self.
Yes.
So if you can elaborate, give some tips.
Yes. So self-communication, I would say it's a bit linked to self-appreciation, because in our day-to-day life, we tend to forget that, yes, I mean, we don't look into ourselves to that extent. We are busy taking care of our, excuse me, sorry about that.
Okay.
We are
You want to
busy
have some water?
No, it's absolutely fine. It happens. So maybe, just speaking after a long time, at this length, so it might be happening because of that. So anyways, so coming back to the topic, so self analysis is very important. What exactly I want, the step which I took to come into a personal branding stage, it's all about coming through the self talk mechanism. It can be a negative talk. We have to come out from the negative and become a positive onlooker. We have to see what is there in ourselves, how we can improve on that. And from there, mindful listening comes into picture. You are focused, you are attentive, and you know exactly how to go about. And obviously, you cannot go against your gut feeling. That I have never done, and I think we ideally shouldn't do, because that is how maybe universe is telling you that, yes, you need to follow this path, so go for it.
Yes, aligned to inner voice and values. Thank you so much, Koyel, for bringing that. Now, you are the founder of Communication Horizon. Please tell us more about the services. Whom do you serve and how do you serve? How can we connect with you?
Sure. So Communication Horizon, I created this brand in April 2021. It's just a year old, and it's a training platform to provide training on communication skills. And currently, I'm focusing on 4 areas of communication: assertive communication style, listening skills, then nonverbal body language understanding, and also business writing skills, because here I'm mainly focusing on the business communication aspect. So I do individual coaching, I do group coaching, and my website is www.communicationhorizon.com. Pretty easy. Anyone can access it and go there and find out about the services, what I'm doing. And my plans are totally customized. So I first get into a 30 minutes call with the client to understand exactly what area of communication they need help on. And based on that, I create the training plan. And once I share it with them, then they can tell, okay, I want this, I don't want this. And accordingly, I customize it. Once that is shared with the client, once they give me a go ahead, then the process starts for training. So it's basically based on workshops. So workshops involves, because since it's communication, it has to be highly interactive. So there are a lot of activities involved during the sessions. There are question answers involved, and it is based on their requirement, how much they can understand, and based on their pace, the entire program is designed and delivered.
Amazing. No one size fits all, like the school.
Yes, not for communication, not for communication.
Yes. What is the secret of your happiness?
Well, that's $1 million question.
You are a $1 million
Everyone,
person.
yes, thank you so much. Happiness is a very subjective term. I mean, if the way you will be happy in doing something, I might not be happy doing the same thing. So it's like vice versa. But for me, happiness is when I'm in a position to keep others also happy. I mean, it's like I'm saying this statement as a giver, but I also expect the same from the other end. So it's not that I'm only giving, I'm expecting also something from their end. So once this give and take, in a very colloquial term, if I can put it, this give and takes comes into proper alignment, and there are proper deliverables in place, and I can connect with my own self, with the wider universe, doing this, getting into this same process, it makes me happy.
Amazing. Your happiest moments.
Happiest
1, 2,
moment,
or 3.
biggest happiest moment will be on 20th June 2014, when I delivered my baby girl. So she is 8 years old now, and studying in class 3. So that's like, a separate identity of mine was created as a mother. And I think it's universal for any woman. That is the most special and happy day for them. So something very, and I think that's the biggest power women have, that they create something out of nowhere. So that's
तो बस अगला
like,
इंटरव्यू उसी का करेंगे फिर.
कीजिए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. I am a mompreneur as well. So yeah, the way it goes, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. I can talk on.
Second happiest moment.
Second happiest moment is when I launched my brand, April 2021, because that's like my second baby. I'm nurturing this baby. This baby is going at a very slow pace, but it's okay. Everyone
At a
doesn't
divine
have.
pace.
Yes. So how my baby girl has grown fast, this brand of mine is taking its own pace. So I'm okay with it. Slow and steady wins the race. I follow that policy. So yeah, that's another second moment when again I created something. I consider myself as a creative individual, and whenever I'm able to create something, it makes me happy.
What did you learn from your mother?
Oh, that's a very
One
wide.
quality, one word, yeah.
One quality I would say is discipline.
One from
So,
father.
Father is live life king size.
Wow. One from your daughter.
Be happy with whatever you get.
Wow,
No,
such a spiritual statement. Even that love was good. Being happy in beloved's happiness. So, third learning will be like, as an entrepreneur, what is your biggest lesson?
As an entrepreneur, my biggest lesson will be comes with its time. So maybe what you expect when you get onto the journey, you might not receive it the way you want it. So you have to give it time. You have to build something. And for that, you have to take each brick and make a castle or a building, whichever way you want to. But you have to give it the time, and you need to have loads and loads of patience. Without that, you are nowhere.
Happy nurturing the nature. Very nice. Great. So I wish you all the best in all your future
Thank you so much.
endeavors, and keep smiling like this. Happy nurturing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.